Here's a tapping script for you, and if I've given you this tapping script, then it's probably because we've talked about the nervous system and how the nervous system can be running too fast and on high alert because of the experiences that we've had in life. We can be set up this way from such a young age, or it can happen later on as we experience, shocks, bad situations, hard situations, losses, all kinds of things. So we're going to start by just assessing where you are right now. So what I mean is, just notice how your thoughts are. Do you have lots of thoughts currently in your head? Is it hard to concentrate on anything because you are thinking of this and that and the other? Maybe you're being pulled with everything that you need to do. Maybe you're being pulled into thoughts about other people and their situations. Or maybe you are catastrophizing. Many people have thoughts where they're thinking worst case scenarios. So just noticing right now where you are and how you are feeling in this moment, and giving yourself a score of 0 to 10. So 10 is being the worst and 0 is the least. Just making a mental note of that for now. Also, what I want you to notice is your behaviour. So it's not just about your internal dialogue, but it's about how you are acting in your everyday life. So when your nervous system is on high alert, you may be doing things like obsessively cleaning. You may be double checking everything. You may be really forgetful. You may not have much patience with the people around you. You may be snappy. You may not be able to relax. There's many different ways that this high alert state can play out with your behaviour. So you can pause this video if you like and just make a note of really, being honest with yourself and noting down how are you behaving. Are you even giving yourself time to breathe, or are you at 1,000 miles an hour? And do you actually have to do that 1,000 miles an hour? Do you have to do everything that you have on your plate? Or it could be the other way around, where you've lost your motivation, where you're feeling that you just can't motivate yourself. Things are feeling pointless and things may be feeling hopeless. So just noting down that as well, and if it being honest with yourself. And if that's the case, asking yourself, if you can do one thing, just one thing a day. You don't have to go ahead and do that now, but as I bring in this tapping script for you, this could be your one thing a day. To do this tapping script once a day, every day for 7 days, and just notice how you feel then. And if that feels good, continue it for another 7 days, once a day. Because either way, whether you're at 1,000 miles an hour or whether you're at hopelessness, you will have cortisol and you will have adrenaline in your system. And EFT is proven to reduce the cortisol and the adrenaline that is running around your system by 42% in about an hour. But in 9 minutes, it can reduce by about 20%. So if you continue to do this tapping script every day, you're lowering those levels of hormones in your body that are driving this high alert response. And slowly but surely you will feel clearer. You'll start to feel clearer. You'll start to feel maybe less jerky. You'll start to feel less thoughts running around in your head. You'll start, that knot in your stomach that you might have, that'll start to ease as your body starts to relax, because these hormones are being eliminated through this tapping script. And it's really, really important, if I've given you this, that you do this for yourself before going into any big work with EFT or any other modality, because the big work that we do, it can bring up memories that we've long forgotten, but that contain high emotion. And when we realise that high emotion, you know, we can think of that thing and that high emotion can return. So I want your body to be in the best state, ready for that to happen. And I'm not going to do that big session with you if your cortisol and your adrenaline is already high. We want to bring that down so that when whatever comes up for us, whatever we have to deal with, you're ready and it is not going to tip you over the edge. Okay, so tapping on the side of your hand, we're going to start. So just rating yourself on the scale of 1 to 10. If 10 is the worst and the most extreme that you've ever felt, and 0 is absolutely fine, where are you right now? Okay, that is our gauge for how these levels are going to start to drop. So we'll start on the side of your hand, however many fingers. You can do 2 fingers, 3, 4. You can use whichever hand that you like, it doesn't matter, whatever you feel comfortable in. So even though my nervous system is on high alert, it's running too fast, I acknowledge that this is happening to me, and I'm going to love and accept me anyway. And if those words feel difficult, love and accept me, then I'm going to acknowledge that that is difficult for me. But I'm going to be open to the possibility of being able to accept myself. Okay, so even though I've been on high alert for so long, my nervous system is trying to protect me by making me reactive to everything in my environment, by making me predict every outcome that could possibly happen to me so that I'm safe when it does. My nervous system can help me to hear conversations from 100 yards, to know what's being spoken about, so that I can predict if I'm safe or not, and I can act. And this nervous system of mine that's on such high alert, aware of all these things in my environment, is only trying to keep me safe. And I accept how it's running, and I'm going to love and accept me. I'll be open to loving and accepting myself. Okay, my nervous system is on high alert. It's trying to keep me safe from potential danger, whether that is physical danger, whether that is mental, or whether that is emotional. And it's been doing a really good job for so long. It stopped me from putting myself in dangerous positions, but it's done that so well that it's limiting my life now, and I know it. And I'm going to accept where I am right now, and I'm going to be open to loving and accepting me. Beginning of your eye, my nervous system is running on high alert, and it's doing a brilliant job. It's trying to keep me safe from physical hurt, from mental hurt, and from emotional hurt. And it's doing such a great job. Because I'm not willing to put myself in any position that could leave me vulnerable to the mental, emotional, or physical hurt. But because of this, I'm noticing that it's taking a toll on my body. Maybe I'm being affected because of my sleep. My thoughts might be whirling at 1,000 miles an hour, predicting every single outcome. Maybe I have a constant knot in my stomach. Maybe I can't trust people. Maybe I'm shutting people out. There's so many ways that my nervous system is trying to keep me safe. But it's impacting my life in a negative way now by limiting me so much that maybe I'm not actually living. Underneath your arm, just tap there. So just take a breath in, take a breath out, and just notice what's happening to you. Maybe you had thoughts running around in your mind as you were doing that. You might want to pause this and just jot them down. Maybe you had emotions coming up, and that's okay, just acknowledge that. I know that, sometimes emotional energy does come up, and maybe we realise things, and there might be something like grief or sadness arising, and that's pretty normal. Don't judge yourself. Don't criticise yourself. Just notice whatever's happening and make a note of it. And then gauge where you are right now. Are you at 10, the worst? Or has it lowered? So wherever you are right now, we're going to tap again. Okay. So even though my nervous system has been doing an amazing job of keeping me safe and running on high alert for so long, I've noticed that it's started to limit my life, and I don't feel like I'm living to my full potential. And I accept where I am right now, and I'm open to accepting me. And my nervous system has had to be this way because I've had experiences, maybe physical experiences, maybe experiences of how someone's affected me mentally, how someone's affected my self-worth, how someone's affected how I value myself. how someone's affected my emotional well-being. Maybe I've been scared through my life many times. Whatever it is, these experiences that have happened to me and have probably been happening to me since I was young, very young, have helped to wire my nervous system. They've helped to wire the pathways in my mind to expect this kind of treatment, to expect this kind of experience, which is horrid, which is not nice. And so my nervous system is on high alert, waiting for the next time, so that I don't fall prey, so that I'm not vulnerable, so that I'm not taken advantage of. And my nervous system has been doing an amazing job. But I'm noticing that it's affecting me now. It's limiting me so much that I don't feel that I'm living to my full potential. And I accept where I am right now. And I'm going to be open to accepting me. I've needed my nervous system to protect me because of all the experiences that I've had where I felt vulnerable or weak or overpowered or helpless. I've never wanted to re-experience that again. And so my nervous system has made me hyper alert of my environment so that I don't fall prey to that. I needed my nervous system to be on high alert because of everything that I experienced. But I'm noticing that it's affecting me. And I wonder if I can be open to turning it down just a little bit, to slowing it down just a little bit, an amount that I'm comfortable with. And if I turn it down to an amount that I'm comfortable with, I can see how that feels. Turning down these responses, turning down this high alert and these thought patterns, just a little bit, so that maybe I can sleep more, and maybe I can have less thoughts, and maybe I can have less fear and less indigestion or whatever it is. I wonder if I can be open to turning it down just a little bit to see how that feels, to see if that feels safe, to see if I can feel comfortable with that. Because I needed it to be on high alert then, when I was younger. Because when you're younger, you don't have the same voice that you have as an adult. You're not in charge of your own life like you are as an adult. Or maybe it wasn't younger, maybe it was a past relationship where you've been in a position where you haven't felt safe and you didn't have a voice. But whatever it was, that was then, and this is now. And whatever it was, it's over. And you're here right now, able to do this. And you're able to do this. And you're able to take that nervous system down a notch or two to help you to feel safe in your own body and in your own mind. Okay, take a breath in. Breathe in. Breathe all the way out. And just check where you are right now on that scale of 1 to 10. So 10 is the worst. 0, you are totally comfortable So just noting where you are right now. Noticing any thoughts that may have come up. And just write those down, jot those down. Noticing any emotions that may have come up or realizations that may have come up, and note those down. You may want to pause the video a second when you do that. And then just assess yourself. Okay, where am I now? Are you feeling slightly lighter? You should be feeling a little bit calmer. Your shoulders should have dropped just a little bit, and you should have relaxed just a little bit, because now we've done 2 rounds of this and the cortisol and the adrenaline in your body are starting to lower. So we're going to go again for another round. Tap on the side of your hand with me. So just noticing your nervous system. So I'm noticing my nervous system and where it feels now. And imagine you had a dial. And if your nervous system's on high alert, that dial would usually be at a 10. So let's say 10 is the highest number. Just noticing where your dial is right now. It may have come down a little bit from when we first started. But I'm wondering now if we can turn down that dial of your nervous system and bring it out of high alert, maybe into semi-high alert, maybe into medium. So just notice if your dial had a number, where did it first start, and where would you be willing to turn it down to? And you don't have to keep it there. This is optional. You can turn it down a bit, and if you need to turn it back up on high alert, that's absolutely fine. That's your choice. But let's just see if we can turn that dial down. So I wonder if I can turn this high alert dial for my nervous system down. I wonder if I could turn it to a 7. I wonder if it's safe to turn this dial down to a 7. Maybe even a 6 or a 5. I wonder if I can turn this dial down to help me to feel calm, to help my digestion to start working again, to help my sleep to improve, to help relax and release these thoughts that have been whirling around in my head. And if I could turn this dial down, it would benefit me so much, helping me just to relax in my environment, not be reactive, jumping, predicting everything. I wonder if it's safe to turn this dial down. Just by 1 or 2 numbers. I think that I can. Maybe there's a part of me that's scared, but that's okay. I'm acknowledging that. And that's the very old part of me that's been this way for so long that it doesn't know anything different. And anything different feels alien. It can make me feel vulnerable. It can make me feel open. And there is a part of me that's scared. But I love and acknowledge that part of me, and I have compassion for that part of me that's been running this way for so long. I wonder if I can turn this dial down. I think I can, even if it's just by 1 or 2 points. Maybe I could even get to turning it down by 3 points. I think I can. And it's my choice. I don't have to leave it there. It doesn't have to stay there if it doesn't feel comfortable. I can go back to exactly how I was before. But it's worth a try, and it's worth exploring. And if I can do that just for today, and if I can relax just for today, that would have such an amazing impact on my body, on my mind, and on my emotions, and not just on me, but on the people around me, because they would be getting the best version of me. It would have a massive impact if I could allow that to happen, and I think I can. So I'm turning that dial down to wherever feels comfortable for me. And just for today, I'm going to put a little lock on that dial and set it there and allow it to stay there. And I hold the key. And if I need to come back and undo that lock, I can do. But for now, I'm turning my dial down and I'm setting that lock, turning the key, and I'm going to see how I feel leaving that dial there. Okay, breathe in, breathe out. I'm hoping that you're feeling a difference. I'm hoping that you're starting to feel a difference, because we've been tapping for 3 rounds now. This video is on 26 minutes. And 26 minutes of tapping is bringing your cortisol and your adrenaline levels right down. They've definitely by now come down by about 25%, and they're making their way to 40% less. And maybe you're feeling that you can breathe easier. Maybe you're feeling a bit clearer in your mind. Maybe you're feeling a little bit of hope. And that's all good. That's a better place than where we started. So I'm going to do one more round. Just a quick fire round. So what if it's safe now for me to turn this high alert down? It wasn't then. I needed it then. But it is now. A lot of the things I've experienced through a much younger mind, because I was a much younger version of myself. And when you're younger, you can't see things for the truth of what they are. You're seeing things through a different lens. But I'm not that younger version of me now. I've gained a lot of wisdom and a lot of life experience. And I'm realising that I have a choice through doing this and choosing this. I've just impacted myself massively. And I have a choice to continue doing this and to continue supporting myself and helping myself to feel better and better and better. I couldn't do that then. I didn't have the tools, I didn't have the options, I didn't have the support. But that was then, and this is now. And what if it's safe now? It is safe now because I'm doing it. And I'm feeling the difference. And I'm feeling the benefit. And I can do this again. I can do this again. And I can choose me over and over again. I can choose to prioritise myself and my well-being. And by having my own back, by keeping myself centred and balanced, everybody benefits. It's safe now to allow this high alert to turn down. Okay, one last breath in, one last breath out. Just noticing where you are right now and giving yourself a massive round of applause. Well done. You just turned your nervous system down from high alert in about 20 minutes, 25, 26 7 minutes. Imagine what you could do if you did this every day. Imagine how much better you'd be feeling this time next week if you can give yourself this 25 minutes, 30 minutes every day to do this. It's going to get better. You can help yourself. And I know you can. So thank you so much for watching. Once you've done this a couple of times, just let me know how it's impacting you. Let me know what's happening to you. And this is allowing you to go deeper and really address the bigger things. But before we do that, we need you to be balanced and able to help and support yourself. So I'm sending you so much love from my heart to yours. Thank you for watching me, and I'll see you soon.